Who do you think the target audience for our film would be?
Well, having just viewed your film, I would say it looks to me like a sort of crime, sort of thriller type film. I thought it had overtones of certain genres of television drama, actually, like the way he went into a sort of thought warp kind of thing and it went black and white. Reminds me a little bit of Sherlock. I don't know if you've seen the BBC drama Sherlock.
Oh, we have.
Yeah. Was it influenced by that at all?
Very much so.
So I would say in terms of genre, you'd be thinking, because I mean a genre is very much a way in which an institution targets its audience. I would say kind of fans of crime, maybe sort of TV dramas, slightly quirky TV dramas like Breaking Bad, maybe on the other side of the Atlantic, Sherlock over here. So I'm not sure what the kind of demographic of that would be. I would say, fairly broad, probably people sort of 18 upwards to sort of people in their 30s. Quite quirky. I was picking up sort of overtones of comedy as well with it, and I think Sherlock's a little bit like that, isn't it? So it's, I think that would be another thing that you would think about in terms of thinking about your audience. Looks to me like quite hard hitting in terms of the kind of rating it would get if it was rated by the BBFC or whatever. It looks like it would be a kind of 15, 18 with the fairly graphic depiction of crime. So I think that's it really.
What do you think the target audience for our film should be?
I reckon probably ages from like young adults that are interested in sort of like thrillers to quite old adults, because that's sort of what they're interested in.
Yeah, I guess younger people, because it's sort of it's got a lot of like suspense, so it would kind of interest them. But also older people, because it's quite like Sherlock, which older people would be more likely to identify with.
What makes you think it's like Sherlock?
Well, because it's very like Sherlock from the BBC adaptations of it, and
All
the
right.
sort of stylized editing and the way that it's shot.
All right, so do you think it will attract many Sherlock fans?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you reckon
Okay.
it will attract anyone else apart from Sherlock fans?
The older, sort of like the older generation, senior citizens,
I
just
think
from the black and white part, really.
I think it will also interest people who haven't seen Sherlock, because it's quite it's kind of explained quite well, so it wouldn't have to be for like necessarily intelligent people. But also, like, if people haven't necessarily seen Sherlock, they'd still be interested in it because it's quite good.
Okay.
Who would be the audience for our film?
You need an intelligent audience. Somebody who likes murder mysteries, and there's lots and lots and lots of people who like those. I think you had gotten for the Sherlock fans.
Yeah.
Yeah, is that good enough?
Would you say the younger audience, older audience, what sort of age range?
The fact that all the actors are young would sort of suggest a younger audience, but I think the interest level would be any, well, not children.
No. Who would be the audience for the film?
Sherlock fans.
Yes.
Sherlock or crime drama fans.
That would be your main audience that you'd want to try and aim at. Any other audience may find it a tad weird to follow.
Tad odd to follow, but people are already familiar with the sort of storyline and plot of Sherlock and CSI, I'm assuming, would generally follow the plot because of the slight plot jumps. Whereas a lot of people that watch the general adventure films are going to go, hang on, why is it jumping here, there, and elsewhere?
So why do you think it wouldn't appeal to other audiences?
Because plot jumps, and a lot of people aren't into the crime drama.
Well, if you think of a Jason Bourne film, it's hard to follow because it's backtracking but also moving forward in time. That's almost what it is. It's jumping back and forth between present and past. That's sort of what you're not jumping between present and past, but you're jumping between a plot, which
makes it gives the film depth and more interesting to people that can follow it. Some people will find it harder to follow than others.
So would you say that it wouldn't be aimed at a younger age group?
Yes,
Yeah.
so it's definitely all aimed at teens and up.
at least 16 and up,
Yes.
definitely, because that's the main audience of Sherlock as well.
Sure.